Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that there aren't very many energy programs out there. When I researched all of the various programs recently, there are really only 2 or 3 accredited engineering programs.
I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada originally. I came out here to Indiana Tech to actually go for the energy engineering program because of its uniqueness and its ability to get hands-on with the materials that I'm going to be using in the future.
Well, a few of the things I think that sets Indiana Tech apart is, number one, you have very small classes. You have very close relationships with your professors. When you have a class of 10 people, it's much easier to get to know the professor and get in contact with him than if you have a class of 30, 40, or 50. You're going to have the same professors for the majority of your classes. You're going to have the same classmates for the majority of your classes.
The more practical applications come in all the subsequent energy engineering classes. Heat transfers in a class that right after they're leaving the classroom, and the board is filled with calculus. So in order to understand a lot of these topics, they're going to need to understand the calculus there. Calculus is the study of the rate of change, how fast things change. And depending upon whether it's energy engineering, industrial engineering, or whatever, they're going to need to use that and apply that.
Professor Romary, he stands out to me the most right now because when I first got here, I had to take calculus, Calc 1, Calc 2. And he's one of the professors that teaches it. And he just really was a very kind and helpful guy, and he did whatever he could to help us out. He was very funny, always had a way of creatively teaching calculus to us that not a whole lot of people can do. And I think that and how he did it is going to be something that's going to stick for me for a very long time.
The field work that Indiana Tech can provide here is, for example, we have a 10 kilowatt windmill that the students can work with. We have a geothermal system for a couple of the buildings, for Utang-Sioux and for Zollner, that uses geothermal principles to heat and cool the buildings in the summer and the winter.
The PV array system, training system that we have down here in the basement allows us to wire up the panels we have down in the basement to set it up as a off-the-grid system or a battery bank system, which helps us because we can see every component of the system actually intertwining and how they work together, which is something that may not be easily visible when you're on the job site in a career. So definitely my internship at Super Value Incorporated was a very, very beneficial program for me to be in. It was more based on the process and logistical side of engineering of my degree, not necessarily the design aspect. It helped me really learn how the most efficient way to do a task and some of the boundaries that come with trying to make things more efficient.
One of the things that we've been very fortunate here at Indiana Tech is that we've had a grant through AEP to help subsidize our students in taking some of the various trips in spring break. Over the last 4 years, I have taken, along with a couple of other chaperones, I've taken almost a couple of dozen students to a trip to Germany and Switzerland that focused on renewable energy. We've gone to Iceland last year, focusing on geothermal energy, and we just recently returned from a trip to Costa Rica.
Just last year, I went to Iceland with a couple of our peers, not even just energy engineers, but a couple of other engineering majors went along with us. And for me, that was the highlight of my college time. I mean, we learned a lot about like geothermal systems and how they converted to a country of basically like ran just by geothermal. But it wasn't just learning about that, it was also learning about their culture as well, you know, and the past and the history and where they plan to go in their future. And all those things combined, I think, really kind of defines my experience here in Indiana Tech.
You can be the smartest engineer in the world, but if you cannot talk to or work with other engineers and non-engineers, it's very hard to get anything done. I try to teach my students that while you may not like writing, it's going to be a part of the job. You have to communicate. If you're doing experiments or testing hardware in the lab, you need to write it up so that other people know what you did, and the customer may want to know what are the results of that test.
Something I would remember most about the faculty would be just the one-on-one aspect of it and how open they are to hearing your problems and concerns and willing to assist you. Indiana Tech, with the class sizes being so small, you really get that one-on-one talking, everyday type relationship with your advisors and your professors. And having that is key to success, I feel, because being able to communicate with them and actually get your problems and questions across is going to help clarify things for you while you're in classes in school, which is going to set you up for success.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
Welcome in, everybody, to the Schaefer Center Dan Klein Court here on the campus of Indiana Tech for the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference Tournament Championship Game. Your Indiana Tech Warriors come in ranked number 17 in the country with a 29-2 overall record. They finished the WHAC 19-1 and in first place, coached by Jessie Biggs, who's in her 10th season. Taking on Rochester University. Rochester making the school's first ever appearance here in the WHAC Tournament Championship Game. They have a 23-8 overall record, 16-4 in conference play. Brent Wichner is their head coach. He's in his 8th season. Last year he was the coach of the year for the Rochester Warriors. Indiana Tech on a 13-game winning streak and have not lost a WHAC tournament game since the 2018 championship against Cornerstone, winning the last 3 conference tournaments, looking to make it 4 in a row. Tech is 9-1 against Rochester since 2017 and has won the last 2 meetings. Tech won the first 7 meetings with the lone loss coming on February the 20th, 2021 on the road, in their lone blemish on the conference slate in the 2020-21 season. The Warriors are 17-1 this year on Klein Court, with their lone loss coming to then undefeated Rio Grande. They lost by 6 points. That was back on November the 23rd, 2021. That was a 1 p.m. start on a Monday. So interesting, but a fun game as it was. School day here at Indiana Tech, where a lot of the kids from the community got to come in, see the game for free, pack the stands, had a great time. Rochester, they earned the WHAC's second seed and the second bid here to the NAIA National Championship after defeating Santa Heights on Friday night, along with Tech's win over Concordia. Rochester overcame a 16-point deficit in the third quarter against the Saints, going ahead with 3:06 to play and never trailed the rest of the game. The Warriors have won 7 of their last 8 games, with a lone loss coming against Indiana Tech, and that was on Valentine's Day here in Fort Wayne. Rochester is 3-4 all-time in WHAC tournament games, and once again making their first appearance in the tournament championship. Folks, my name is Jeff Mahoney, and we have Tyler Sinclair up here in the booth with me. Connor Hendrickson is on camera. And Tyler, we've talked about it, what a great run the team is on. And we do have Coach Biggs now on with us as well. Coach, coming into this game looking for your 4th straight conference tournament championship on a 13-game win streak. I had to go back and look. The team won 23 straight in 2019, and I believe that was your best finish ever, going to the Elite 8 round. But do you feel some similarities between this year's squad and the team that you had in 2019?
I definitely think there's a lot of differences, but I think some of the similarities and attention to detail on defense, and just the ability to lock in and play and be competitive. The confidence level that they show is really high right now for good reason, and they've definitely got their hands full tonight. So Rochester's a great team, a 1-2 matchup in the league, so got our hands full, and both automatic bids already, so you just hope you have a great game, get through without injury, and then get on to nationals.
Yeah, and Coach Biggs, we know that this is the last game for Andrews, Tunin, and Salisbury here in the Schaefer Center. I just want you to speak to that a little bit and what a run it's been for them the last couple of years.
Just great representatives of our basketball program and Indiana Tech as a whole, just as human beings. Some of the most awesome people you're going to meet. We've got 2 daughters, and if they grow up to be like them, I'm happy. I'm a happy parent. So, it's just, like I said, who you want to represent. Obviously, a lot of minutes and key parts of our basketball program, but, that's probably 7th, 8th, 9th on the list of what I talk about when I talk about them. It's their character and who they are as people, and, like I said, just wonderful. Blessed to have them in our program.
And, Coach, finally, Rochester going to be playing without Jakar Thompson, and they haven't really had Cheyenne Gloucester all season long. What do those 2 losses mean for that Rochester team when you're scouting them as an opponent?
Thompson's a great player. She's a hard guard for us as far as just her ability to drive, get to the rim, and I think the thing about Rochester is they're so deep. They've got a lot of kids that can step in and take the spots and take some of those minutes. So for them, it's kind of next person up, and that's how it's been for them all year. And they do a really good job of contributing what they can and stepping in. So I don't foresee much letdown, that's for sure.
Well, Coach, good luck tonight. We're looking forward to a great game here in the WHAC Tournament Championship. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
So that's Coach Biggs. And, wow, she talks about the depth of Rochester, and it's kind of next player up for Coach Whitner and his squad against Siena Heights. They pulled out the 68-66 victory. And in that game for Rochester, 8 players recorded stats. They were led by Elijah Matos, who had 21 points. She is the team's leading scorer, averaging 13.4 points per game. But last time Indiana Tech played Rochester, 102-63, Tyler. That was back on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, and what a crazy game that was for Indiana Tech. 5 players in the double digits of scoring. Emma Tuominen with 24 points in that game. Andrews with 19. Foy with 12 and 9 rebounds. Also 5 assists. Bethany Worm also had 12 points, 6 rebounds. And then Kyra Whitaker also 16 points, 3 for 7 from the three-point arc. So, yeah, Indiana Tech with a lot of success in that last game of the regular season before starting this conference tournament, and it showed just how confident they were playing coming into the tournament, and how well all the players are firing on all cylinders. And we saw in that last game against Concordia, that last time out, again just showing off for everybody. Kyra Whitaker scored 25 points in that game and was 7 for 11 from the three-point arc. And then Tuominen with her 9th double-double of the season, 17 points, 10 rebounds, and also 6 assists on top of that. And then Erica Foy with 17 points, 10 rebounds, her 8th double-double of the season. And then Taya Andrews also with 12. So Indiana Tech has not had a hiccup here in the tournament, just carrying over the success from the regular season and looking to finish things off here tonight against Rochester, and as we said, obviously a 40-point win in that last 39-point win in that last time out. So Indiana Tech looking very strong coming into tonight's matchup.
Yeah, and Rochester coming off the win against Siena Heights. Siena Heights, who has Peyton Banks, last year's Conference Player of the Year. Can't wait to see how the awards shape out this year, with Coach Biggs looking like she's going to get another Coach of the Year honor, and Emma Tuominen certainly up for that Player of the Year honor as well. Tuominen enters today averaging 14.7 points per game while shooting 56% from the field. And last time against Rochester, as Tyler said, she had 24 points, and that tied a career high, did it not?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, so Siena Heights, they were up 32-29 at halftime. And then 90 seconds into the third quarter, Siena Heights went on a 15-0 run during a 4-minute period and built a 16-point lead before Rochester was able to come back. The Warriors were clawing in the fourth quarter, and SHU held a slim lead until Lauren Wynn hit a jumper with just 3:25 left to play in the game.
Wow.
Elijah Matos hit a layup to put Rochester in the lead, and the Warriors found themselves up by 5 with 19 seconds to go. So it talks a lot about the fight of this Rochester team. But, down 2 of their top players. Jakara Thompson was the newcomer of the year last year. She was all WHAC first team. And then Gloucester was a second-team performer. She made the all-freshman team and was on the all-defensive team. So losing those 2 players, going to be a tall task. As we said, Indiana Tech putting up 102 points, winning it by 39, their largest lead of the game last time out.
Well, another thing that speaks to Indiana Tech's defensive ability is you talked about Matos being the leading scorer for Rochester with 13.4 points per game. In that 102-63 victory against Rochester right before the tournament started, they held Matos to not a single shot made from the field. She did have 6 points, but all off of free throws, as she was 0 for 4 from the field and 0 for 2 from the three-point arc, and that's with 28 minutes played. So Indiana Tech obviously does a great job at locking down those leading scorers, and Guardiola had 17 points in that game, but also 5 fouls. So we'll see if Guardiola has the ability to lead this Rochester squad again here tonight, or if Indiana Tech is just going to roll through them like they did last time.
Yeah, and Guardiola had 10 points against Siena Heights. Lauren Wynn had 13, and Elijah Matos had 21 points. And Rochester, as a team, shot 30% from beyond the arc and just 36.1% from the field. As we know, with this Indiana Tech team, it's been all about the defense all season long. Tech ranks 4th in the country, holding their opponents to just 23.8 shooting from beyond the arc, and ranks 6th in the country, holding their opponents to just 33% shooting from the field. They're only allowing 51 points per game, which also ranks 4th in the country. Just speaks to that great defense that Coach Biggs prides her teams on. And got to tell you, Tyler, the team has been clicking on all cylinders, as we saw last time out against Concordia. And really the last couple games, Indiana Tech has found that 3-point shot. The Warriors did shoot 45% from beyond the arc against Concordia, hitting 9 of 20, obviously led by Kyra Whitaker, who was 7 of 11, and just put on a show.
Yeah, well, and then on top of that, 58.5 from the field, 31 for 53. And then against Rochester, very similar to those stats, 40 for 67 from the field, 59.7, and then 61.1 from the three-point arc, going 11 for 18 from the outside. So, yeah, Indiana Tech obviously just really feeling themselves with their shooting ability right now. And they did it against Rochester, did it against Concordia last time out, and we're hoping to see it again here tonight. As you mentioned, it is Andrews, Tuminen, and Salisbury's last ever game in the Schaefer Center. So you know that they're going to come out with some fire as they want to make this last match count.
Yeah, and both teams will be moving on to the NEIA opening round. Last year, Indiana Tech lost its second game to then number 20, Indiana Wesleyan, 80-63. This is a different team. I can't wait to see where that opening round will be. I'm sure we'll be finding out next week or later this week. And I do believe this is a team that will make it out of the opening round and head to Sioux City, where the top 16 teams in the country will meet up. But first things first, the Warriors and Coach Biggs looking for their 4th straight WHAC Tournament Conference Championship. We'll send it down to our PA announcer.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Klein Court at the Schaefer Center on campus of Indiana Tech for tonight's Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference Tournament Championship contest between the 2nd seeded Rochester Warriors and the number 1 seed, your Indiana Tech Warriors. Indiana Tech and the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference welcomes all players, officials, and spectators to tonight's contest. As a member of the NAIA, the WHAC is committed to the true spirit of competition by being champions of character through the 5 core values that NAIA embraces: respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. We ask that each of you as a participant, official, or spectator abide by these values, thereby creating a positive environment in which our athletes may participate, our officials may work, and you, the spectator, may enjoy. Before introducing the starting lineups, will you all please rise, and gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And now for the starting lineups. First for visiting Warriors of Rochester. At guard, a senior, number 2, Alicia Matos. At forward, a junior, number 5, Faith Terry. At guard, a senior, number 25, Lexi Tobel. At forward, a senior, number 32, Victoria Guardiola. And forward, a junior, number 33, The head coach of Rochester is Brent Wichner. He's assisted by Rachel Whitner, Jim Rogers, Steve Brown, and Jared Ocampo. And now, ranked number 17 in the NAI Coaches Top 25 poll. He is starting lineup for your Indiana Tech Warriors. Starting at guard, a 5'10" grad student from Fort Wayne, Indiana, number 2, Taya Andrews. Starting at guard, a 5'8" grad student from Finland, number 3, Emma Tumanen. Starting at forward, a 5'11" redshirt junior from Gas City, Indiana, number 11, Erica Ford. Starting at guard, a 5'7" senior from Greensburg, Indiana, number 13, Tyra Whitaker. And starting at guard, a 5'7" grad student from Brunswick, Ohio, number 32, Eileen Salisbury. The assistant coaches for the Warriors are Ed Dupree and Bella Lozano. The associate head coach is Kylie Biggs, and the head coach for the Warriors is Jesse Biggs.
So there we have it, folks. Starting lineups for today's game. Alicia Matos, Faith Terry, Lexi Goebel, Victoria Guardiola, Lauren Wynn for Rochester. And for Indiana Tech, Eileen Salisbury, Taya Andrews, Erica Foy, Emma Tuneman, along with Kyra Whitaker. And Tyler, who's your pick to click for tonight's game?
Well, you know, I got to give it to Emma Tumanen, believing that it's going to be her last night in the Schaefer Center. You know, she always wants to make it special, but tonight, got a feeling it's going to be extra special.
I was going to say Emma as well, but I will switch to Erica Foy, as the bigs seem to play well against this team. It's Foy just inside the arc, over to Whitaker, looking down low on the pick and roll. Shot just off the mark. That was rebounded by Faith Terry, wearing number 5 for Rochester. Working out of the corner, number 33, Lauren Wynn. That pass escapes, finds its way to Taya Andrews. Andrews, last year all WHAC second teamer, driving from the top of the key in addition to the corner. As Tuneman with the dribble drive is fouled, she'll be pushed to the baseline. There's that patented baseline dribble drive for Emma Tuneman.
Yeah, she loves that move, and she gets it to fall more often than not. So it's off the bottom of the backboard there.
That was Matos that was called with the foul. Now Wynn comes out with the rebound. Matos on the other end. Wynn, top of the key, long two-pointer, left short, rebounded by Foy. Whitaker bringing it up the right side, going to be walled off by, it's Matos there. Man-to-man defense being played here by the Rochester Warriors. Rochester, once again, their first appearance in the WHAC Tournament Championship game, and coming up with the steal was Guardiola. She made a big impression on me last time here at the Schaefer Center. Wynn shot off the mark, rebounded by Foy.
Yeah, Guardiola, fantastic game, 17 points in that last one, but just couldn't quite do it against Indiana Tech. There was no defense to be found on Rochester's part.
Tuneman finds Whitaker out of the corner with the ball fake. She'll retreat back, give it to Salisbury, and now it's Taya Andrews top of the key. Andrews calling for some baseline movement. She's going to feed Foy, and off glass, the first bucket is good by Erica Foy. Great job there, splitting defenders. That was a tough move for Erica Foy, and I don't think anybody had a tougher time last time out against Concordia dealing with the onslaught of bigs for the Cardinals than Erica Foy, and she handled it gracefully.
Yeah, that's for sure. You could see by the end of the game just the amount of energy that she had to exert throughout it all, guarding at all these girls that were 6'1", 6'2", just a real tough guard the whole game through, and she did a great job.
So Faith Terry had that ball knocked out of her hands and tried to save it right out of bounds for a turnover for Rochester. The inbounds pass will go to Taya Andrews. She's being locked up by Guardiola. was looking for the reach in from behind. Working off the pick is Whitaker. Once again, 7 3-pointers made. And I believe that was a career high as well, was it not?
Yeah, almost broke her career high in points, but did break her career high for 3-pointers made in a game. As previously it was 6, and then, yeah, as you said, she finished it off with 7. So what an outstanding game it was for her last time.
Wow, boy, that battle down low. I thought that was last touch by Rochester, but they're going to give the Red Warriors the possession. Wynn working from the wing. As number 25, Lexi Tobel, top of the key. Now Matos. Andrews with the defense on the team's leading scorer in Matos, who averages 13.4 points per game. Terry with the offensive rebound. And now Wynn from 12 feet out, no good. Rebounded by Salisbury. What a great crowd here at the Schaefer Center, along with Dr. Carl Einhoff and the Pep Band. As Wynn rips that one away from Taya Andrews. Tobel going the other way with the mid-range jumper, and it's good. First 2 points of the game go to Lexi Tobel for Rochester, and we're tied at 2.
And both teams struggling to find the basket here in the first couple minutes. Indiana Tech 1 for 4, Rochester 1 for 5.
The blocking foul going to be called on Tobel down low. That'll be her first, team second. 6:40 left to play here in the first quarter, and it's Erica Foy at the free throw line. Foy on the season, a 78% free throw shooter. Hits her first. She's made 107 of 138 entering today.
Wow.
The next closest player is Emma Tuneman with 93 attempts. Foy knows how to get to the free throw line. And she's just an all-around great player.
Yeah, well, so physical down in the paint, and sometimes those defensive matchups just don't know what to do with her other than foul and try and make her earn those shots from the stripe, as she just did there.
Now a turnover picked up by Tuneman. Emma looking to go coast to coast with it, and does for her first 2 points.
And some beautiful grace under pressure from Emma Tuominen. Speeds off on the fast break, getting double teamed, but beautiful make in transition to get her first 2 points of the game.
That ball gathered up by Guardiola. And now with the dribble drive to the cup, bucket is good for Hannah Reinhold.
Yeah, Reinhold with a great move through Indiana Tech defense, a little bit of a Euro step and a great make.
Tuneman on the other end for Tech, gives them a 4-point lead.
And there's that patented dribble drive move from Emma Tuominen. She lays it up, and now she's up to 4 points on 2 for 3 shooting.
So Lexi Tobel, she's now got 4 points in this game. We'll head to the free throw line. Perfect 2 of 2 from the field. Wynn's going to check back in, this time for Faith Terry. Lexi Tobel, a 66% free throw shooter. This is the and one, but it's Wynn with the putback.
Yeah, Wynn with some great defensive pressure and turning it into offense as she picks up the rebound and gets that putback.
Lauren Wynn, the team's third leading scorer, entering today, averaging 11.7 points per game. Tech misses its first 2 3-pointers of the game.
Foy pulling up wide open there, but can't quite get it to fall.
The feed down low, Tobel from 8 feet, no good, as Taya Andrews comes down with the board.
That's great help defense from Andrews and Foy as Salisbury goes down on a trip.
Working off a pick, Andrews looking for Foy down low. One-on-one with Guardiola. Foy's going to win that battle.
Yeah, and Foy's going to love that matchup with Guardiola if she gets it again, as she just has so many paint moves in her bag, and she's now up to 6 points on 2 for 4 shooting.
I feel like Rochester's learned a lot from their last matchup here at the Schaefer Centers. This is a tight one, 10-8, with 4.5 left to play in the first. Beautiful find to Matos for 2.
Yeah, definitely doing better, especially on the offensive side of finding holes in Indiana Tech's defense. but Indiana Tech still staying on top of the offensive side for themselves. So we'll see if either team can make a break ahead.
Salisbury wide open for three and drains it.
And that's a huge way that you can start to pull ahead or start to fall behind rather, is by leaving Eileen Salisbury wide open on the three-point arc. Salisbury's going to knock those down 8 times out of 10, and what a beautiful make it was for her.
Lexi Tobel gets right around Kyra Whitaker. Tobel with another 2. Lexi Tobel now with 6 points. That ties her for a game high with Foy. Whitaker with the cradle, cannot finish. Foy with the offensive board. Beautiful pass to Tuneman.
A great play by Erica Foy, again under pressure. Picks up her second assist of the night rather. And now Tumenin, 6 points, 3 for 4 from the field.
Wynn gonna hand it off to Tobel. Deep 3 ball, working off the screen. No good. Salisbury comes out, gives it over to Andrews.
And Rochester wasn't too bad from the three-point arc last game out.
So Erica Foy, my pick to click so far, is owning it as Rochester's leaving her one-on-one, and she is winning every single battle.
Yeah, that's for sure. Definitely don't want Erica Foy getting to work in the paint.
Deep 3 ball, Hannah Reinhold.
Wow, what a quick release from Reinhold there. Just a snap decision to go up for the shot, and now Reinhold with 5 points and still yet to miss from the field.
Reinhold, who had 5 points against Indiana Tech last time out in 17 minutes. That one knocked away by Guardiola, but picked up by Tuneman. And they're going to call Matos with the foul. She doesn't like it, but it looked like she had pulled Foy down from behind.
And you mentioned it earlier, but it's a great crowd out here in the Schaefer Center tonight on Jersey night. As we look into the student section, there's a lot of players with jerseys, and we're up with jerseys here in the booth as well. So I'd love to see the school spirit.
Yeah, Coach Ted Albert has the Tom Brady Tampa Bay Buccaneer jersey on.
There you go.
What are you wearing over there, Tyler?
I got my Denver Nuggets Nikola Jokic jersey.
Oh, very nice. Tuneman skip pass as Genevieve Decker-Terrace into the game. She'll drive and go hard off glass. I'll tell you what, not many better than Genevieve Decker-Terrace the second half of the season, as Coach Biggs has entrusted her with more and more playing time, and the freshman just keeps on answering the call.
Yeah, that's for sure. Jules Cotrera was definitely the go-to freshman to start the season, but after going out with that ACL injury, Genevieve Decker-Terrace has stepped up big time.
Wynn with the mid-range jumper. Wynn now 2 of 6 from the field, sitting with 4 points. Just a 2-point advantage for Indiana Tech. I, of course, have my Chicago White Sox jersey on. And do you know whose jersey this is, Tyler?
Jackson. Bo Jackson?
That's Bo Jackson.
Love it.
After the hip injury, of course. Wasn't quite the same when he was running up the outfield fence when he was playing for the Royals. Oh, Bethany Worm, some miscommunication. That pass was right to Guardiola. Working off the pick by Wynn, and quick dribble drive to the cup bucket, no good by Amari Martin. Andrew's going to be picked up by Martin. Double team, gets it over to Worm. Worm loses the dribble as Guardiola comes out with it. Martin back over to Guardiola. She'll be picked up by Emma Tuneman on the far wing. Hannah Reinhold looking for number 2. That one left short. Faith Terry comes in with the offensive board. I'll tell you what, right now, Rochester is definitely playing with a little bit more sense of urgency than what we're seeing from Indiana Tech.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, been a pretty good quarter from both teams.
Bethany Worm, 4-3, extends that lead to 5 points.
Yeah, and if Bethany Worm shooting like that, what a easy time it is for Indiana Tech to score points, as they're now leading by 5. Tech 60% from the field, 50% from the three-point arc, and 100% from the free throw line.
Bethany Worm, one of the best three-point field goal percentages on the team, shooting 45% from three-point as Terry gets her 6th point.
Worm tries to play some help on the cutting Rochester Warrior, but fails to guard Wynn, and she gets the easy jumper.
Worm with the pick. Andrews with the 3-ball off glass, halfway down and popped out. So that will do it for the first quarter. Indiana Tech up 22-19. You're watching Warrior basketball here on Summit City Sports.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
Welcome back, everyone, as we start the second quarter. Tech with a 3-point lead. Last time out, it was Tech up 23-15 after one. That is number 4, Gregory. And Wynn down low. Wynn back over to Lexi Tobel, trying to drive the paint. Gets it over to Terry, but she is going to travel. So now Taya Andrews going to be picked up by Amari Martin. Freshman guard out of Westerville, Ohio. Good-looking player here for Coach Brett Witchner, last year the WHAC Coach of the Year. After his team won the regular season championship, Emma Tuneman. And that ball went off Martin's knee right over to Kyra Whitaker. Salisbury, deep 3-ball, hits number 2.
Salisbury with a beautiful make there, 2 up, 2 down. She's up to 6 points, her regular peer shooter self. What a make for her, and Indiana Tech now leading by 6.
Martin being guarded by Salisbury. Whitaker's got the defense on Tobel. I always say Kyra Whitaker, star guard here for Indiana Tech, can guard almost any position on the floor. As Tobel drives against her, shot off the mark. Tuneman with the rebound.
Great.
Kyra Whitaker, second on the team in block shots with 27, as she can guard the block.
And a great job from Whitaker on that last defensive play, not to foul and to force the missed field goal for the Red Warriors.
Whitaker with 9 seconds on the shot clock, looks for Tumanen, goes back up to Taya Andrews. Andrews on the dribble, skates past 2 defenders, and that was Wynn with the tip out, got it right over to number 4, Sienna Gregory. Tobel down low with the spin, looking for her own rebounding. Gets it. They're going to call a foul on Emma Tuneman.
And no one in the Schaefer Center, except maybe Rochester and their fans, happy with that last call. Both coaches for Indiana Tech, Jesse and Jacqueline Biggs, up on their feet after that call, and some boos can be heard from Indiana Tech section.
Terry with the ball, top of the key. Wynn from 15 feet gives it over to Tobel, and Kyra Whitaker just got poked there in the face. She's going to be called with the foul. Tobel's going to head to the free throw line looking for the and one. Kyler, let's take another look and see if we can see what happened there to Kyra Whitaker.
Yeah, Whitaker really not happy on that play, so love to see it.
As you can see, the left elbow there.
I mean, seems fine to call no foul maybe, or at least call the offensive foul on Tobel, but to give the defensive foul to Kyra Whitaker on that play, just can't really see where that's coming from.
No, you certainly can't. What a first half Lexi Tobel's had. She's got 8 points and misses her second straight free throw. Now 0 of 2 from the charity stripe, 4 of 8 from the field.
And you know what they say, right? Ball don't lie. As Tobel misses that one off the interesting call. Wow! What a make for Tuominen as she gets the and one opportunity, showing us that circus move that she has in the bag going up. So much defensive pressure gets it to fall off the glass. What a make for Tuominen.
Some of the wildest shots you'll ever see consistently get made by Emma Tuominen as she converts the three-point play. Once again, Tuominen, one of the top shooters in the conference, shooting 55% from the field. And now Tuominen coming up with the jump ball as she was able to tie up Martin.
And the possession arrow in favor of Indiana Tech. So what a sequence of plays for Emma Tuominen as she picks up the and one make and then also gets another possession for Indiana Tech. So the Indiana Tech Warriors leading by 7 here, whereas Rochester down 21 to 28.
Worm, and that's a mismatch right there as Terry was able to thwart the shot. Tobel now working off the wing. She's had the high hand. Rochester keeps on going to Lexi Tobel. Guardiola's 3-ball. That one side rim's no good. Wynn tracks down the rebound. Try to throw it off Worm. Getting the loose ball is Guardiola. Gregory draws contact. And I don't know about that one right there. Anytime the offensive player initiates that contact, a lot of times either not going to call it or they'll call it on the offensive player.
You know, definitely seems the refs ready to call these balls in favor of Rochester tonight, as there's been a couple plays.
You see that right there, just dipping the left shoulder?
Yeah, exactly. So easily could have been another offensive foul. So we'll see.
The free throw is good for Sienna Gregory. Gregory entering today averaging just 4.2 points per game while shooting 85% from the free throw line. Misses a second. Genevieve Decker-Terrace goes up to grab it.
And we love it when the men's lacrosse team is in attendance, as you heard on that last one, just always making it tough for whatever team is here in the Schaefer Center.
We saw Gregory run right in there and try to rip it away. She's going to be called with the foul, her first and the team second.
Yeah, real close to picking up the steal there, as she did manage to pull the ball away, but just a bit too much contact initially. Now Bethany Worm going to get some shots from the line.
Worm, who's a 70% free throw shooter on the season, hits the first. She's hit 38 of 54 coming into today's game. Looks like Erica Foy is set to check back in for the Warriors as well. It's Tuominen currently with a game-high 9 points. Foy with 8. Tobel with 8 for Rochester, as Genevieve Decker-Terrace is going to check out. Tech Kyra Whitaker, the only starter not on the floor.
And Kyra Whitaker hasn't even had a shot attempt in the second quarter yet, as she didn't make any in the first either, so been a quiet game for her after that amazing performance last time out.
Great defense there by Emma Tuominen. Stood her ground right there, as that was you hear the air ball chant from the crowd. Taya Andrews working off the pick. Guardiola now going to switch over to Erica Foy. Andrews being guarded by Wynn. Salisbury already 2 of 2 from beyond the arc, and a pushing foul going to be called against Lexi Tobel. For Tobel, that'll be her first and the team's third. It'll be Andrews to inbound it. Guardiola with the defense. Gets it into Emma Tuneman. Beautiful pass and a quick 2.
Tumenin now up to 11 points on 5 for 7 shooting. So
it's amazing.
Great job here tonight.
It's amazing the consistency with which she shoots.
Yeah, that's for sure. So efficient.
Guardiola working off the pick by Tobel. Tobel will get it back. Another 3-ball attempt. That one front rims out. Tuneman with the rebound. Emma going straight to the cup. Ooh. That one a little bit too strong. Last touch by Rochester. I believe that was Faith Terry tipping that one out of bounds.
Tumenin couldn't quite get it to fall off the glass on the fast break opportunity, but how about the movement to just snake her way through the Rochester defense and get to the rim at all?
Boy, we've seen that time and time again, have we not? Another great inbound pass. That's the second time Andrews has found a player off the inbound for the quick 2, this time Erica Foy.
And Erica Foy and Tumenin leading this team right now. A lot of points scored in the paint, 20 of their 34.
That was Wynn who missed from 11 feet. Now Andrews with the hesitation.
Oh!
Layup no good. Wynn with another rebound. That 3-ball no good. Tuneman with the board. Wynn's got 5 rebounds. Terry with 5 currently for Rochester.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Foy just left all alone.
What an assist for Emma Tumenin as she draws the double team and then sees Foy wide open in the paint, dishes it off, and that's an easy bucket for Erica Foy, who's now up to 12 points.
And Emma Tuneman, she creates those opportunities for herself, always with the strong take. We've talked all season long about her physical style of play. Look at her, just that pass just threaded the needles in between those 2 defenders.
And Indiana Tech on a 14-3 run here in the last 5 minutes and 33 seconds of this quarter. The Warriors just really running away with the lead as now up by 14 points in this game. And Rochester, on the other hand, struggling from the floor, scoreless in the last 2 minutes and 4 seconds, and just really can't find the bottom of the basket on those 3-point attempts. The only one that has fallen tonight was that really deep, quick release from Reinhold that we saw in the first quarter. So they're 1 for 6.
Emma Tuneman, one of her 11 points right now. It's Erica Foy with the game-high 12. Matos with a double pick. A wall up top of the key. Tobel coming off a screen. Back over to Matos. Matos, once again, did not score much last time out against Indiana Tech. Look at Worm with the block.
What a stuff from Bethany Worm, and the Tech crowd is loving it, and so is the Tech bench. And just what a great defensive play that is for Worm as she picks up the first block of the game for the Indiana Tech Warriors.
And I guess we should say congratulations to Lord's men's basketball team.
Yeah, I saw that.
Who beat Madonna last night for the men's WHAC tournament championship. Look at Emma. Silky smooth to the cup. Look at this lead just grow to 16 points.
Yeah, but as we were talking about Lord's, just such a great job out in that last game against Indiana Tech men's basketball. Definitely deserved an invitation to that NAIA national tournament, and now they got it.
3-ball, Reinhold, that one just missed the rim there at the side of the back. Wow, is that the lacrosse team over there making all that noise?
Yeah, that's the full lacrosse team too. So a lot of noise and pressure coming out of that section.
And the lacrosse team is awesome. What are they, ranked 5 in the country right now?
Yeah, something like that. Very talented squad they have with the Warriors. But yeah, we'll see how they fare in their upcoming season.
Matos. Warriors are looking for a travel I think they're going to call a foul, and it's going to go against Erica Foy.
Yeah, this is probably the best crowd we have ever seen in the Schaefer Center for the women's basketball team, and what a night it is for them in the conference final. Is this crowd just really affecting the game right now?
It's got to be because of Jersey night, you think?
Yeah, hopefully.
Or this championship game.
Yeah.
Once again, Indiana Tech looking for its 4th straight tournament championship.
Yeah, definitely a combination of the two. As you can see, all those students prepared with their jerseys.
Ooh, beautiful 15-foot jumper by Lauren Wynn. Wynn, just a junior, 5'11" forward from East Point, Michigan.
Turning real close that over and back call, but manages to tiptoe across the center line.
You know she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Worm down on the block, backing down Martin. Tried to pass it to Foy, and we got another jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of Rochester.
Yeah, Worm with the right idea as Foy was open on the back door, but couldn't quite squeeze that pass through. And now Rochester going to get possession.
Matos has Martin on the far wing. Win in the paint, triple team there. She was looking for the foul, so her shot was left about 4 feet short. Now it's Taya Andrews, bounce pass finds Foy. Strong off the glass, Win with another rebound. Lauren Win could have a double-double here in the first half.
Yeah, Win and Terry leading that rebound half for Rochester.
Win coughs it up, picked up by Andrews, as she was right in front of the Indiana Tech student section. And now foul's going to go against Worm as Matos came out with it.
And Rochester 1 for 8 on their last 8 shots. Indiana Tech just doing it all on the defensive end and giving Rochester no room to breathe as they're now leading by 14 points as we are into the final 2 minutes of this first half.
Feel there's a lot of tension in the air, a lot of intensity. It feels like a tournament championship game.
Yeah, that's for sure, and you'd love to see it. As we said, one of the biggest crowds we've ever seen here in the Schaefer Center, and then with the pep band filling, and then also Rochester's fans coming out tonight. We see a lot on the Rochester side of the gym, so yeah, definitely a lot of tension and energy here tonight.
Matos, who's a 76% free throw shooter. Last year, all WHAC second team, misses her first free throw, but hits the second. She now has 3 points. Looks like Taya Andrews going to check back in here for the Orange Warriors. A couple Warriors here in the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference. So we got a timeout going to be called. That's a 30-second timeout for Coach Biggs. We'll take one with her. You're watching Warrior Basketball here on Summit City Sports.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.
Welcome back, everybody. We just got done listening to the drum line from the pep band. Sounds good, does it not, Tyler?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Tuneman going to take the inbound feed. A lot of pressure here in the backcourt. Gets it up to Worm. Her pass intended for Genevieve Decker-Terrace. Batted right back at her. Tuneman has it knocked away by Amari Martin. She comes up with it, looking to finish on the other end with the layup.
good play from Martin there as a quick finish on the fast break opportunity. Her team now within 11 of the Indiana Tech Warrior lead.
38-27. Worm out of the corner, win with the defense. Looking down low, has Tuneman, reverse lay-in is good. Look how easy she makes that look.
Yeah, well, when you got Tumenin in the paint and then a mouse in the house with Martin on her, Tumenin going to find those defensive mismatches every time. And even though not the easiest shot, she makes it look easy, and you got to believe it's easy for her.
Win, strong finish with the right hand. It's a shot that we see from Erica Foy a lot. Tuneman over the timeline. Now with the right hand. Got right past the defender. Another easy two for Tuneman. Then on the other end, Salisbury, she get a piece of that one.
Yeah, big block for Salisbury. What a run this has been for the Warriors.
Salisbury here on the near wing. Tuneman darting towards the cup. They're going to go to Taya Andrews. She looks up with the shot clock. 13 and counting. Martin, 6 feet off with the defense. She'll close in. Andrews looking to drive past her and does with the easy finish. What a take by Taya Andrews. That's mano a mano, and Andrews won. Wow, so Indiana Tech now up by 15 points. 44-29 as we head into the half. Folks, we're going to take a 9-minute break, and we'll be back with Craig Dyer, the Associate Professor of Sports Management, after this 9-minute commercial. You're watching Indiana Tech basketball here on Summit City Sports.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that there aren't very many energy programs out there. When I researched all of the various programs recently, there are really only 2 or 3 accredited engineering programs.
I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada originally. I came out here to Indiana Tech to actually go for the energy engineering program because of its uniqueness and its ability to get hands-on with the materials that I'm going to be using in the future.
Well, a few of the things I think that sets Indiana Tech apart is, number one, you have very small classes. You have very close relationships with your professors. When you have a class of 10 people, it's much easier to get to know the professor and get in contact with him than if you have a class of 30, 40, or 50. You're going to have the same professors for the majority of your classes. You're going to have the same classmates for the majority of your classes.
The more practical applications come in all the subsequent energy engineering classes. Heat transfers in a class that right after they're leaving the classroom, and the board is filled with calculus. So in order to understand a lot of these topics, they're going to need to understand the calculus there. Calculus is the study of the rate of change, how fast things change. And depending upon whether it's energy engineering, industrial engineering, or whatever, they're going to need to use that and apply that.
Professor Romary, he stands out to me the most right now because when I first got here, I had to take calculus, Calc 1, Calc 2. And he's one of the professors that teaches it. And he just really was a very kind and helpful guy, and he did whatever he could to help us out. He was very funny, always had a way of creatively teaching calculus to us that not a whole lot of people can do. And I think that and how he did it is going to be something that's going to stick for me for a very long time.
The field work that Indiana Tech can provide here is, for example, we have a 10 kilowatt windmill that the students can work with. We have a geothermal system for a couple of the buildings, for Utang-Sioux and for Zollner, that uses geothermal principles to heat and cool the buildings in the summer and the winter.
The PV array system, training system that we have down here in the basement allows us to wire up the panels we have down in the basement to set it up as a off-the-grid system or a battery bank system, which helps us because we can see every component of the system actually intertwining and how they work together, which is something that may not be easily visible when you're on the job site in a career. So definitely my internship at Super Value Incorporated was a very, very beneficial program for me to be in. It was more based on the process and logistical side of engineering of my degree, not necessarily the design aspect. It helped me really learn how the most efficient way to do a task and some of the boundaries that come with trying to make things more efficient.
One of the things that we've been very fortunate here at Indiana Tech is that we've had a grant through AEP to help subsidize our students in taking some of the various trips in spring break. Over the last 4 years, I have taken, along with a couple of other chaperones, I've taken almost a couple of dozen students to a trip to Germany and Switzerland that focused on renewable energy. We've gone to Iceland last year, focusing on geothermal energy, and we just recently returned from a trip to Costa Rica.
Just last year, I went to Iceland with a couple of our peers, not even just energy engineers, but a couple of other engineering majors went along with us. And for me, that was the highlight of my college time. I mean, we learned a lot about like geothermal systems and how they converted to a country of basically like ran just by geothermal. But it wasn't just learning about that, it was also learning about their culture as well, you know, and the past and the history and where they plan to go in their future. And all those things combined, I think, really kind of defines my experience here in Indiana Tech.
You can be the smartest engineer in the world, but if you cannot talk to or work with other engineers and non-engineers, it's very hard to get anything done. I try to teach my students that while you may not like writing, it's going to be a part of the job. You have to communicate. If you're doing experiments or testing hardware in the lab, you need to write it up so that other people know what you did, and the customer may want to know what are the results of that test.
Something I would remember most about the faculty would be just the one-on-one aspect of it and how open they are to hearing your problems and concerns and willing to assist you. Indiana Tech, with the class sizes being so small, you really get that one-on-one talking, everyday type relationship with your advisors and your professors. And having that is key to success, I feel, because being able to communicate with them and actually get your problems and questions across is going to help clarify things for you while you're in classes in school, which is going to set you up for success.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
Welcome back, everyone. Here at the half, it's Indiana Tech up 44-29 over Rochester. A big first half there by Emma Tuneman, who shot 8 of 11, from the field. 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals for Tuneman. Has a game-high 17 points. Last time against Rochester, she scored 24. And we'll see if she can surpass her career high in this game. It's looking like Tuneman's right on track. Erica Foy with 12 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 points for Taya Andrews. That came in the last layup of the first half. Eileen Salisbury hit 2 of 3 three-pointers. She has 6 points. Bethany Worm with 5. Genevieve Decker-Terrace with 2. Looking at Rochester, Matos with 3 points, Tobel with 8, Lauren Wynn with 10, 1 for Gregory. Martin had 3, and Reinhold, who hit her first three-pointer of the game, sitting with 5 points. So we are going to bring on Craig Dyer, the Associate Professor of Sports Management. And Professor Dyer, how are you?
I'm great. How are you, Jeff?
Oh, doing well, thank you. Heard you've been enjoying the broadcast a little bit this year. What are some of the things that you're liking and maybe something that you'd like to see added?
Well, the first thing I want to do is thank you for having sport management students helping you on the broadcast booth and doing an awesome job and getting some really good experience this season. So thank you for just doing that. It's a great experience for our sport management students. My wife and I, we watch through YouTube in our living room. It's awesome. It's just kind of a family affair. It comes through great. You guys do a great job, and it's just so convenient, but there's nothing like being here and feeling the atmosphere at a live game. So I'm just glad this COVID stuff's kind of going away, and we're getting back to normal. But I'm really enjoying the fact that we have some students engaged with you guys at Summit City Sports. So thank you very much.
Oh, absolutely, and it's been a pleasure. Tyler and Connor Havlin, got some great students here. How many students are a part of the internship program, and how can they get involved if they want to be?
So we have about 32 freshmen in the sport management program with about 88 total students in the program. And right now we've got about 25 interns that are, a lot of them are working on campus in the athletic department, but some of them are at the Tin Caps, Comets, Mad Ants. A lot of them are part of the Colony crew at the Mad Ants right now. But we like to get them plugged in wherever they want to work and wherever we can find a spot for them. So we have quite a crew right now. There's quite a few, 25 is quite a few interns, yeah. So, we do our best to get them involved wherever they have a passion to get experience for their future career.
Well, that sounds excellent. What do you think of today's game here? Emma Tuneman has 17 points already. I remember last time she almost surpassed her career high, hitting 24. I think she might do it in this game. But what do you think about Coach Biggs and this women's basketball team? Well,
Coach Biggs and her staff are phenomenal, and they do a great job of getting their girls mentally and physically prepared. She knew tonight would be a closer game than it was a couple weeks ago, and it's proving to be that way. We're doing a pretty good job of handling Rochester's physicalness right away. Rochester came out real physical, and I think if we can just mentally get through that and keep knocking down shots. I think Tech will pull it out, but it's going to be a close game.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, I love this team. All the years that you've been covering Indiana Tech's women's basketball team. What do you think about this specific group?
Well, it's special. Anytime you've got players like Tuominen and Worm and Foy that have just come up through the ranks, it's just a great thing. They're going to do some damage at the Nationals, I think. So I'm looking forward to that. If you don't mind, could I hand it over to one of my students that's going to be doing some awesome things in Europe?
Yeah, absolutely. And thanks for joining us.
All right.
So that is Associate Professor Craig Dyer. And also joining us is going to be Victoria Raffel. She is a student athlete on the women's golf team. So Victoria, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So, and now what do you want to talk about?
So I got this amazing opportunity to work with the Ladies European Golf Tour.
Oh, wow.
And it wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for the amazing professors and all the help I've had here at Indiana Tech. So I actually fly out tomorrow to have 2 weeks training in the office, and then I'm going to Saudi Arabia for the first tournament I think I fly out on the 14th of March.
And what a great experience. And where are you originally from?
I'm from Wales in the UK.
Wow, and I was talking with Tyler. He said there's 17 different nationalities involved with the tennis team. Being out of the States and then coming here to Indiana Tech, has it been a very welcoming experience with all the different nationalities on campus?
Oh, absolutely. It's like one huge family. Like when I came here, the seniors would look after us freshmen, and then now because I'm a senior, it's my turn to look after the freshmen, and it's like one big family.
And how's the women's golf team going to do this spring?
Amazing. I already know it. It's going to be good.
Well, good luck to you, and congratulations on that amazing opportunity.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're very welcome. So that is Victoria Raffel. She's on the women's golf team, and she's from Wales, Tyler, and we talk about it all the time. The people from all over the world that come to this campus right here. She's just an example of somebody else having so much success here at Indiana Tech.
Yeah, that's for sure. We love the fact that Indiana Tech can offer these opportunities to international students such as myself and Vicky, and yeah, it's just proves how great of a school Indiana Tech is.
And Taya Andrews, who had the last bucket of the first half, gets the first bucket of the second half.
And Andrews a little bit quiet on the scoring through that first half. No points in the first quarter and only 2 in the second, so she's got the first 2 of the second half, and we'll see if she gets a little bit more on the scoring side here.
And a great job by Lauren Wynn as Rochester's going to come out here in the press. Eileen Salisbury on the dribbles, able to break it. Taya Andrews, we always say it, she always has a quiet night scoring, even if it's double digits, because she doesn't really make herself totally known. She's a quiet assassin, as we like to say, but don't get it wrong. She can put up 24 points at any point.
Yeah, well, that's just the thing, is her game is not based around her scoring. It's just based around how much she can produce and all the other stat sheets for Indiana Tech, and then sometimes that just turns into points for her, as we've seen before.
Taya Andrews is the ultimate teammate. Elbow jumper by Matos halfway down. Look at Wynn go up and fight for it. She kicks it out there to Lexi. And Martin now driving out of the corner. Scoop shot high off glass is good.
And how about Indiana Tech with 30 points in that first half of their 44. Just an unbelievable performance from Tuominen and Foy. Because Tuominen had 11 points in that second quarter and 6 in the first, so she's up to 17 points through that first half. She was my pick to click, so we'll see how much more she can produce through the second half.
Yeah, your pick to click was clicking on all cylinders there in the first half. And she's going to sink down to the block. Foy finds Taya Andrews on the far wing. Salisbury works it over to Kyra Whitaker. Tuominen down low. Oh, wow, look for the pass. Has it taken away as Taya Andrews takes it right back. Now the three-point look on the hesitation. Dribble drive. Finishes with the left hand. That's what makes Emma Tuominen so special. She can finish with either.
Yeah, that's so true. And she's also just so fast. When we saw there, I thought she might pull up for a rare three-point attempt that we do not see out of her very often. but instead goes for, again, her patented dribble drive, and she's now up to 19 on 9 for 12 shooting. Wow.
Guardiola is going to be fouled by Eileen Salisbury and will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. Pretty quiet first half there for Guardiola, who was 0 of 1 from the field, had a rebound and 3 steals.
Especially in 18 minutes played, as we saw Guardiola out in that last time right before the tournament started. She had 32 minutes played, 17 points, 5 for 8 from the field, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, and 3 for 4 from the three-point arc. So, yeah, definitely uncharacteristic of what we saw in that last game.
And her first free throw is up and in. She's a 75% free throw shooter on the season, hitting 38 of 51. Once again, she does average 10.1 points per game, as that one halfway down pops out. And she averages 28 minutes played per game. So that's Victoria Guardiola, who is a senior out of Lansing, Michigan. Tuneman has Gregory, who's just a sophomore point guard, guarding her. Nice feed down to Worm down low. Wynn is just racking up the rebounds. For Lauren Wynn, she now has 8 rebounds to go at 12 points.
Wow. We still got a lot of basketball left to go, too.
Matos being guarded by Taya Andrews. The lacrosse team, or I should say the student section, chanting the air ball for Matos.
Yeah, they love to do that. They've seen one miss in the first half, and they just do not let her forget it the rest of the game.
And Matos with a beautiful jumper, and now the steal by Gregory gets it over to Wynn. That's a quick 4 points here for Rochester as they pull this deficit to within 10.
And those are the types of plays that really frustrate Coach Biggs. Those turnovers. Indiana Tech already with 2 here in this third quarter. And when it leads to points like that, it just bites at you.
Emma Tuneman again gets fouled. She'll hit the bucket, looking for the and one. You just feel like anytime she's within 6 feet of the rim, it's an automatic make.
Yeah, that's crazy. What a make there for Emma Tumenin. She's now up to 20 points, or rather 22 points on the night after that last free throw make. And how about 10 for 13 from the field? Just so efficient. It's unbelievable from the Finland native.
Once she hits 25 points, that'll be a new career high.
Yeah, it was real close in that last game. I believe it was the Madonna game where she had all those points scored. But yeah,
it was a Rochester.
Was it the Rochester one?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, right. Yeah.
On Valentine's Day.
Right. Yeah, 24 points, 11 for 16, 37 minutes. What a game that was for her.
We'll have to double check the bio though once again just to make sure that is her career high. Lexi Goebel completes the three-point play. Tobel, excuse me. Tobel now with 11 points. Wynn leads the team with 14. Trapped was Andrews. Great passing as they're able to break the press. Tuneman does not want to stop. Has that shot blocked by Matos.
Yeah, and Tumenen's career high previously is 24 points from that last time out against Rochester. So obviously she has Rochester's number as she's sitting with 22 points already in this game and still 16 minutes left to be played.
Wow, what a beautiful pass there. Andrews to Foy. Matos was there to steal it away, and Andrews rips it away from Matos. So that'll be a 30-second foul called by Coach Andrews.
And how about Taya Andrews? 5 assists and 4 steals with her 4 points and a rebound as well. Just unbelievably lighting it up tonight.
There's Taya Andrews right there on the right-hand dribble. Throws it to the left. You don't see many players at this level ambidextrous like that.
Yeah, Emma Tumenin definitely super talented player for Indiana Tech. Tough to see them leave as this is their final game in the Schaefer Center.
And it's Taya Andrews who scored the first 2 points of the second half here for Indiana Tech. 6:10 left to play here in the third quarter. It's Tech up by 12, 53-41. Matos looking down, has Wynn. Wynn, who's been the big scorer here for Rochester. Rochester doing a lot better job in this game scoring in the paint.
Yeah, that's for sure. Did pretty solid, 20 points in the paint in that first half, and already with 10 to start the second half. So, yeah, definitely much better than their last time out.
Tuneman has Worm. Reinhold into the game with the defense, and Wynn's going to knock that one away from Tuneman. Possession will stay with Indiana Tech. Last time out, it was Rochester with just 22 points in the paint. That big loss to Indiana Tech. Tuneman nearly has it knocked away by Wynn from behind. That shot off the mark, but gets the offensive board. Boy, she just looks to attack. 24/7, she is on the attack to the cup.
Yeah, that's for sure. Definitely one of the most aggressive players for this Warriors squad, and just always finding ways to make that ball fall.
Andrews has Tuneman on the wing. Now it's Worm, top of the key, already has the three-pointer made in this game. Foy's going to shoot the triple. That one side rims out. Andrews has her shot blocked by Guardiola. And they're going to say last touched by Indiana Tech. A 12-point advantage. Matos on the wing. Andrews known as a lockdown defender. As that loose ball skates over to Erica Foy.
Yeah, that one finding the toe of Emma Tuominen and then just falling free, and then, yeah, easy pickup for Indiana Tech.
Worm baseline, reverse lay-in, no good, as Foy tips it back over to Worm. And now a darting Tuneman, walled off by the double team, has Salisbury wide open, top of the key, three ball, no good. She's now 2 of 4, and Tuneman gonna pick up the block. It's like, what? That's her second, team's third. Gregory gets it over to Matos, now to Wynn. Wynn trying to get around Foy. She is just doing a great job in this game, getting to the cup and scoring. She's been able to avoid the double team quite often. Now Worm has Foy. She rifled that pass into her. Now the outlet pass up to Gregory. Nice snag out of the air by Gregory.
Tech struggling here in the last 2 minutes, scoreless.
Reinhold hits the three, pull her team within 7.
Rochester taking advantage. They're on a 5-0 run here in the last 2 minutes, 24 seconds.
Rochester here staying in the press. I'm sure this is what they were doing to Siena Heights in that big win on Friday. Matos with the defense on Salisbury. She inches closer. Worm gives over to Andrews. Now 7 seconds on the shot clock, working off the pick. Now it's Andrews versus Wynn. Mid-range jumper, and the putback no good, as that's a shot clock violation. Both shots miss the rim. Reinhold on the trailer, pulls up, 16-footer, knocks it down. How about Hannah Reinhold? 30-second timeout going to be called now by Rochester.
Wow, what a run for Rochester, as they have come with some fire out of nowhere, and Indiana Tech cannot find the bottom of the basket. 1 for 10 on their last 10 shots. Just been a outstanding performance for Rochester in the last couple minutes.
Yeah, Tech scoreless last 3 minutes and 7 seconds. A 7-0 run for Rochester. A 10-2 run in the last 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Wow.
They've hit 7 of their last 8. That's impressive. Thanks in part to Lauren Wynn, just 1 point away from a double-double. We hear the Indiana Tech pep band.
Pep band trying to give Indiana Tech some energy here, as only leading by 5 now here in the third quarter.
Tooneman looking to break that run and does.
What a make for Toomenin, as she has now tied her career high of 24 points.
Matos, her team now down by 7. Entry pass taken away by Decker Terrace. That's what Decker Terrace can do with those long arms. And then the block. How about the freshman, Genevieve Decker Terrace, in transition. Taya Andrews with the finish. Defense leading to offense. Boy, time and time again, that freshman just keeps on sparking life into this team.
Yeah, Decker Terrace just knows her role, just knows exactly how to get Indiana Tech up and going in times of trouble. And as we saw there, the block leads to the 2 points from Taya Andrews.
That was Reinhold off the heel, no good. Worm working out of the corner. And we're going to see what we see a lot from Coach Biggs. Her team going to work this shot clock down, shorten up this game. Worm looks like that might have been partially blocked on the 3-ball attempt.
I guess not going to call the block, as the possession going to stay with Rochester. So they're going to call the air ball from Bethany Worm.
Inside 2 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Top of the key, that's Faith Terry back into the game for Rochester. Gregory, 3-ball. That one hits the bottom of the backboard. Andrews on the other end has Worm, this time looking to redeem herself, and does, with her second 3-pointer of the game.
Worm now up to 8 points for the Indiana Tech Warriors, doing a great job as Rochester kind of falling apart after that run, and Indiana Tech now back up by 12.
Gregory with nowhere to go, and she's going to be called with the charge. Boy, she bounced right off Bethany Worm.
Yeah, Worm, as we saw in that last time out against Concordia, does a great job of taking those charges. She just knows what to do on the defensive side to pick up those extra possessions for her team.
Worm gets it up to Tooneman, has Decker Terrace in the corner. Tooneman, no stopping her. Win with the rebound. Matos finds Win just inside the arc. Lexi Tobel. And Lexi Tobel, she's been a little bit quiet as of late. We'll turn it over.
She gets called on the double dribble. And that's going to be a turnover for Rochester. Their 10th of the night. Third of the second half.
Tobel still second on the team in scoring with 11 points. And that one stolen by Martin.
Great job from Rochester on the full court press, but Indiana Tech turns it around and Bethany Worm picks up quick steal.
Taya Andrews in about a 3-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Guardiola out tight with the defense. Guardiola, arguably the best defender here for Rochester. As Andrews gets past her and hits the 11-foot jumper. Contested. Last second shot here by Tobel. It's a 3-ball, and that one no good. So Indiana Tech, Rochester had it to within 4 points. Was it 7 points? Nonetheless, Indiana Tech now back up by 14 as we head into the fourth quarter. You're watching Warrior basketball here on Summit City Sports.
Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech Tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything.
Standing around.
Welcome back, everybody, here to start the fourth quarter. Rochester going to go to Matos, and she is fouled. Andrews going to pick up the foul. That'll be the first team foul here in the fourth, and Andrews second.
Her second. Team's first. Let's see Matos on Rochester shooting.
Matos sitting with 5 points. Matos now 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Once again, shooting 76% from the charity stripe on the season. Nice to see the local media in the house from the TV stations. You know, Tyler, it's a busy Tuesday night with 4 sectionals involving our Fort Wayne area teams.
Yeah, it's obviously busy all around as we got volleyball tomorrow after this final, and then we got some softball coming up this weekend as well.
Doubleheader softball versus Viterbo. Tyler will not be there. You're going to be on the road with tennis.
Yeah, tennis playing our conference rival, UNOH, at UNOH in Lima, Ohio on Saturday. And we also have a conference matchup coming against Concordia on Friday.
So Tuneman with that first free throw make, that's a new career high now with 25 points.
Yeah, what a game to have your new career high as your final game on your home court of the Klein Court. She'll get some more opportunity to try and break that record in the national tournament. But yeah, what a fantastic performance for Tumenin in her last final game on the Klein Court.
And the live stats, I may be wrong. They're still sitting at 24.
She was at 24.
Okay.
They just haven't updated that yet. She went 1 for 2. Yeah, there you go. 25. 3 for 4.
Guardiola hits the 14-foot jumper. Guardiola sitting with 3 points now. That's her first make from the field. In the first matchup versus Indiana Tech here at the Schaefer Center, Guardiola was the team's leading scorer with 17 points. Kyra Whitaker back in. Quick on the dribble, gives it back over to Taya Andrews. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Worm finds Kyra out of the corner. 3 ball in front of the student section is good.
And Kyra was such a huge game from the three-point arc last time out. That is her first made basket of the game. Hasn't taken that many shots and hasn't played that many minutes, but showing all that talent she has from the three-point arc as she now gets her first of this game.
So Guardiola fouled by Bethany Worm. That's her second, team's second. Guardiola currently 1 of 2 from the free throw line. As the first one is up and in.
Indiana Tech up by 11 here. Just been back and forth here in the second half for who's going on these runs.
Second one's no good, rebounded by Worm.
You know, and I was going to mention that Taya Andrews might be reaching close to her career high in assists. She has 6 here tonight, but I looked it up. Grace Christian University earlier on this season in December, she had 9 in that game.
Excellent. Now with the offensive rebound, the putback's good. Taya also with 4 steals.
Wow. And she's now up to 10 points on the night, too, with that last make.
Do you have a career high in steals?
Let's check.
3 ball. And that was Martin.
Her career high in steals was 5, as that was in 2020-2021 season.
Gotcha. Whitaker looking for number 2. Tuniman with the offensive board. Dribbles it. Andrews now for 3. Knocks it down. Andrews now with 11 points.
I believe she might be up to 13 as the live stats just a little bit behind. But yeah, Andrews really having herself a fantastic game out here.
Wynn now with 18 points to go with her 10 rebounds for the double-double. And you can see Rochester starting to get tired.
Man,
down by 12.
Andrews taking a hold of that energy loss from Rochester. But she's got 7 points in the last 3 plays.
And the jump ball there, Tuniman tying up Martin.
Jump ball. Indiana Tech basketball.
How about Andrews with only 2 points in the first half? She's now got 13 in the second, just after we finished talking about how much of a silent assassin she is. She just comes back and scores like crazy.
Tuniman. Andrews being guarded by Guardiola. Worm wide open, looking for number 3, and nails it.
You just can't leave the Warriors open from the three-point arc like that, or they're just going to take control and make you eat those defensive stops.
Bethany Worm is now 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. Lauren Wynn is just balling, and she's got some words for Bethany Worm. Looks like we got a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back after this quick break. You're watching Warrior basketball here on Summit City Sports.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything.
.6:35 left. Indiana Tech looking for its 4th straight conference tournament championship. And that time it was Gregory tying up Whitaker as she was double teamed. And no, they're going to call travel.
Really?
On Tech.
Wow. I don't know about that one. Definitely some real hard defense on the double team.
Well, they were tied up.
Press.
Both players had their hands on the ball. Guardiola's 3-ball. Too strong. Andrews with the board.
I guess there it is once again. Ball don't lie, as that possession goes right back to the Warriors.
Good ball movement here by Indiana Tech as Tuniman sinks down to the block. Whitaker with the step back jumper. That one left short. Wynn. Guardiola looking to go back to Wynn. Wow, right to Matos. 3-ball. It's good.
Wow. some Carmelo Anthony-esque footwork there to create the space. A great shot from Matos as she gets her first 3-pointer of the night.
Rochester back to within 10. Andrews working out of the corner. Tooneman. Whitaker down on the block, trying to clear a lane there for Tooneman. Guardiola going to be called with a reach-in.
Well, both teams been doing pretty good not fouling tonight, especially after what we saw against Concordia in that semifinal matchup. A very physical game and a lot of fouls called. But yeah, only 11 fouls for Tech and 12 for Rochester.
Andrews gets it into Tooneman. Trying to get past Martin. Nice find to Erica Foy. Wynn pretty aggressive on that one. Took herself out of the play.
A huge block there for Taya Andrews, and Eileen Salisbury picking up the defensive rebound. What a play for Indiana Tech to hold that 10-point lead as we are in the final 5 minutes of this game.
Andrews, 3-ball. That one back rimmed out. Matos bringing it up for Rochester. Working off a screen by Wynn. And that one tipped away by Tooneman, tracked down by Martin. Back into Lauren Wynn. And tough looking shot there. Lauren Wynn just unconscious offensively now, 11 of 18.
22 points for her. Cannot blame this Rochester trail on her.
Rochester trailing it by 8. Traveling going to be called on Eileen Salisbury.
I don't know about that call again. Just really quick. Second she picked it up, they're calling the travel. She looked like she caught it, got the dribble, but obviously the ref seeing something we have not. As Rochester only trailing by 8 here as we're at the 4-minute, 18-second marker.
Guardiola gets it in. Martin back over to Matos. Matos working off that pick by Wynn. 3-ball is good. Wow. And now Rochester pulls to within 5. Their defense has stymied Indiana Tech here as of late. They've definitely picked up their second win as Salisbury is able to break the press.
Well, yeah, just the defensive pressure on these full court presses has been a lot, but problem with that is you're leaving Kyra Whitaker open.
Kyra cools them down with a huge 3-pointer to extend the lead to 8.
You just can't be leaving Kyra Whitaker wide open on the 3-point mark like that. That's the problem with those double teams is you got to watch the shooters. Tara Andrews now with 8 assists on the night.
Lauren Wynn once again initiating contact there, looking for a foul, gets none. And Salisbury is going to be fouled by Guardiola.
And head coach Brent Wichner for Rochester really not happy with the no call on that last play. He's calling for the contact from Erica Foy and looking for the foul.
Unbelievable here, just the back and forth. Rochester keeps trying to get back in this game. They have surges as close to as many as 5.
How about Wynn with the double-double, 22 points, 10 rebounds in this conference final matchup.
It's a great game by her. Salisbury clears, finds Andrews down low. Tobel with the foul. Andrews hits the bucket, looking for the and 1.
The student section loving that make. The whole crowd on their feet as that's a very important bucket for Indiana Tech. And Taya Andrews now with her 14th point of the second half, up to 16 points on the game.
Taya Andrews tonight for the Warriors shooting and 1.
So for Taya, this is her first trip to the free throw line in this game. Taya, 79% free throw shooter on the season. As the and one is no good, Wynn comes out with it. Matos and Rochester will be looking for another three-pointer. Or a quick bucket there by Lauren Wynn. Reinhold into the game, a three-point threat for him. The 13-footer no good. Look at Wynn grab that rebound amongst three Indiana Tech Warriors.
And they're going to call the jump ball on that play. Not sure where there was the grab from Rochester, but they get the possession arrow and they're going to retain it.
Matos working off a screen. Good defense by Andrews. Throws it up with the right, no good. Wynn, another offensive board and bucket.
Jeez. Wynn just dominating the rebounds tonight. She's now up to 14.
Foy gets it up to Andrews, finds the darting Tuneman. Tuneman over to Salisbury. Whitaker steps into the three ball, left short. Wynn was late, but got there with some defensive pressure. Reinhold on the other end, tries to get some separation. Whitaker with the rebound, inside 2 minutes.
And Reinhold cannot be taking shots like that. Just no reason to throw it up when you're down by 8 and only a minute 45 seconds remaining in the game. Got to be smarter.
Wow, hard screen there. Whitaker, scoop shot, no good. Matos pushing it for Rochester. Time is of the essence. Guardiola, the three ball, front rim's out. And looks like that was Wynn and Foy that went collided to the floor. And a foul's going to go against Gregory. Gregory, that'll be her third. And a timeout going to be taken by Rochester. We'll be right back with the conclusion of this game. You're watching Warrior Basketball here on Summit City Sports.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
Welcome back, everyone. Kyra Whitaker, her first of 2 free throws is good. Kyra, 86% free throw shooter. Wow. She's the best free throw shooter on the Indiana Tech team, hitting 68 of 79 entering today. Knocks them both down. Kyra's first 2 of this game.
Super important makes from Kyra Whitaker. Try and close them out here in the last final minute of the game.
And Reinhold there. They're going to call blocking foul on Emma Tuneman. Reinhold is leaning forward 2 on the dribble. So it'll be Guardiola to inbound it here with 1:06 left to play. Folks, 10-point advantage for Indiana Tech. Make sure to stick around for some post-game reactions. Tyler Sinclair going to head to the floor to get you some interviews. is there's also going to be a trophy presentation, and they'll be cutting down the nets here for this tournament championship. Worm going to be called with the foul. Matos with the bucket. We'll look for the and one. Guess I shouldn't speak too soon, but got faith in these Warriors, up by 8 with 49.6 seconds remaining.
Definitely take a miracle from Rochester here to close it out.
Steals and three-pointers like Reggie Miller back in the day at the Garden.
Yeah, that's for sure.
What a game that was.
Yeah, that's the definition of miracles right there.
Three-point play. Matos quiet in the first half. She's got 16 points now and 5 of 8 shooting from the field, 2 of 2 from beyond the arc. That's a full timeout by Indiana Tech. We'll take one more with Coach Biggs. We'll be right back with Warrior Basketball.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.
Rochester has been battling in this one, folks. Only down by 7. Here with 49.6 seconds remaining. Can they get the ball to their star, Alicia Matos, who has had one stellar second half performance here, sitting with 16 points.
Yeah, that's for sure. The Rochester Warriors definitely playing way
more.
Whoa.
What just happened there? I thought Wynn was going to be called with the foul.
What's the call?
I have no idea. Check this out, Tyler. Taya Andrews was nowhere even close to the sideline. I thought Wynn there.
Are they calling it on Sol? There's no way Salisbury was out of bounds there, huh?
Oh, she was out.
Oh, no, yeah.
She was.
Right foot just stepped out.
That's a great call there, Tyler. You can see it there. Out of bounds. Steps back out right there as she received it.
I almost wish we could relay that down to the players on the floor so could just have a little bit of a more cool head after that play. But, yeah, definitely a great find from the ref, but a tough break for Indiana Tech.
Holy moly, and that's exactly what Rochester needed.
Exactly, yeah.
One more time here. Now, once you can run out of bounds, but you can't be the first player to touch the ball. But you can see right there when she grabs it, it's almost like her right foot is out of bounds.
That's the only thing I could see the call being. It's not like there was an offensive foul from Taya Andrews or anything like that. So
that was a great eyes there by the ref. Guardiola, look at that skip pass to Matos. Reinhold or Matos are the ones you want shooting the three ball. Andrews has the defense on number 4, working off the pick and hits it. What a huge three-pointer. That's going to bring the Red Warriors, to within 4. Great job by Andrews getting over to Foy, over to Whitaker. Whitaker with the ball in your hands. You'll feel comfortable with that one. And Gregory's going to foul Eileen Salisbury. Salisbury, another great free throw shooter, shooting 73% on the season. Been a tough season for Eileen Salisbury. She's started every single game, 31 starts. But Tyler, she's been battling some back issues.
Yeah, definitely been tough for her, but she's been all over the floor from a shooting perspective for Indiana Tech, and hoping that she can battle through those back injuries for the tournament.
Salisbury misses both of them, and we're going to have another timeout here taken by Coach Wichner of Rochester. And that's going to be a full timeout. Yeah, that's all I can pretty much say on that replay is Salisbury, when she touches that ball, her right foot is still out of bounds. And I can't tell you how big of a play that is, especially coming after the 2 missed free throws. You see that, Tyler?
Yeah, just ever so slightly.
Right there. Andrews had to get rid of that ball with Lauren Wynn barreling down. You know, for Rochester, Lauren Wynn has had an amazing game with 24 points, 15 rebounds, definitely your player of the game. But you feel like it's Alicia Matos that's really gotten Rochester back into this one.
Yeah, well, 3 for 3 from the arc, especially that last one. We just saw a huge basket for Rochester. She's also 6 for 9 from the field, 4 for 5 from the stripe. So she's up to 19 points in this game and some crunch time buckets for her. But Indiana Tech needs to put on the defensive effort here and not let Rochester be within 1 point of their lead.
28.9 seconds. Remember, folks, Rochester playing without one of their top players in Jakara Thompson.
Rochester definitely playing like the number 2 seed tonight.
Matos is just on fire. Working off that pick, pulls her team to within 1. This is a performance that she will always remember, something special.
When it's something extra special to do in the championship game. Rochester now only trailing by 1, down 82-81. Now some important shots for Taya Andrews at the line.
Andrews, 0 of 1 from the free throw line. She'll miss the first. Remember, folks, Indiana Tech, the regular season conference champs, already have their slot to the NAIA National Tournament, and Wynn's going to keep it alive. Matos, who has the hot hand from beyond the arc, but they only need a 2-pointer. Shot clock is off in this one, and offensive charge going to be called. That's a huge one there on Lexi Tobel.
And really, you got to believe that even though they only need a 2-pointer to lead, that they should have had the ball in Matos' hand. She's been so hot in this final minute, all these points to make the comeback, and then really bad offensive turnover for Rochester here with opportunity to win it on the final possession, and they're going to get an offensive foul. Just not what Rochester needed.
Wow, and Tobel, has she scored in the second half? She's still sitting with 11 points. She was the go-to player for Rochester at the beginning of this game. Interesting. It's been a good one, to say the least, though, here at the Schaefer Center. The last game of the season. And what a season it's been. Obviously, the men's team playing without 2 starters lost to Lourdes in the semifinal. Lourdes going on to win it. But both of these squads winning regular season championships, and both are heading to the NAIA opening round.
Yeah, and as you said, an amazing season for these girls, and amazing close to their career for Tuminen, Andrews, and Salisbury. They'll get an opportunity to try and extend their career as much as they can in the tournament. But yeah, what a game it's been for Tuminen in this championship matchup. 25 points, her career high. And how special is it to just score your career high on your last time ever on your home court?
Emma Tuneman, that was off a free throw that she notched the career high. And holy cow, man, that was a while ago. She has not scored since about the 5.5-minute mark of the fourth.
And the foul called on number 2, Matos, as she's just holding up Whitaker a little bit too much. So exactly who Indiana Tech wants to see at the free throw line after missing the last 4 as Kyra Whitaker shooting 86.1 on the season.
That's a great call by Coach Biggs, making sure the ball's in her hand. .2 seconds remaining. Whitaker now with 10 points in this game.
And now with 11.2 seconds remaining on the clock, Rochester down by 3. Gotta believe that ball is going to be in the hands of Matos. So Indiana Tech got to lock him down.
They'll get it into Matos, another pick. Deep 3 ball, that one's going to be an air ball attempt. And that's how this game started. 4.5 seconds remaining.
And a 3-pointer is needed right now for Rochester to get back into this game. We'll see what they can do here in the final minute as they want to come up with a steal and then try and get that 3 off.
Full court press being put on here by the Red Warriors. That ball gets right through the hands of Whitaker. Easy 2 for Matos. And 1.5 seconds remaining. Holy cow. Holy cow.
Jeez, what a sequence of plays it has been in this final minute, just all around the floor. Unbelievable for Rochester.
You see it goes right through the hands of Whitaker. She ran right into Lauren Wynn.
Wow. Now Taya Andrews gonna go down to the charity stripe. As Indiana Tech up by 1. She wants to push this lead.
And even with a miss here, Rochester, all they can do is rebound it and launch the ball the full length of the court. She'll sink it. 2-point advantage. This one right here would be huge, extending the lead to 3. Second one, no good. A loose ball picked up by Tournament, and that will do it as the Warriors win it 85-83. What an ending to this game. Coach Biggs getting her 4th conference tournament championship in a row. Wow, what a good one here from the Schaefer Center.
Yeah, a tight finish to the game, but still a fantastic one for Indiana Tech. And now we're going to have a look down at the tournament ceremony, and we'll try and get some interviews for you with some of the top players.
So Tyler's going to head down and try to get you guys some post-game reactions here. We're going to go right into the trophy presentation, and the girls will be cutting down the net. Another huge victory, and wow, can't say enough about the fight in this Rochester team here. Alicia Matos, she's going to end this game with 24 points. She is 4 of 5 from beyond the arc. 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 8 of 12 from the field. Lauren Wynn with 24 points and 16 rebounds. Outstanding game. 12 of 20 from the field. 11 points there for Tobel. Guardiola with 4. Gregory with 1. Martin with 9. Reinhold with 10. Looking at Indiana Tech, Taya Andrews at 17 points. 25 for Emma Tuneman, a new career high. Erica Foy with 14 points. Kyra Whitaker with 10. Salisbury with 6. 11 for Bethany Worm. And Genevieve Decker-Terrace with 2.
We'd like to recognize the excellence in women's basketball in the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference present our conference honors. And we'll be recognizing those who are in attendance this evening. To help us honor the players and coaches, please welcome Rob Miller, the WHAC Commissioner. The Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference has a strong tradition of academic as well as athletic achievement. It's because of this commitment that we honor the following ladies as the 2022 WHAC Women's Basketball All-Academic Team for maintaining a cumulative GPA of 3.25. All members of this team must be a junior or above in academic standing. Please come to center court with Commissioner Miller when your name is called. From Rochester, Maddie Beck, Victoria Garloa, Eliza Matos, and Lexi Tobel. And from Indiana Tech, Taya Andrews, Lauren Barton, Hannah Ivers, Paige Moytock, Eileen Salisbury, Lindsay Simpson, Rainy Steckler, Emma Tuna, and Kyra Whitaker. The WHAC is also focused on service to our communities and developing life skills through character-driven athletics. One player from each team is selected by her coach to be a part of the 2022 WHAC Women's Basketball Champions and Character Team. These members best represent the 5 core values of integrity, respect, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. When your name is called, please call the center court. From Rochester, senior Lexi Tobel. And from Indiana Tech, sophomore Lauren Martin. And now, please help us recognize our all-conference awards as voted on by the league's head coaches. Please go to center court with Commissioner Miller when your name is announced. From the all-defensive team, from Rochester, senior Eliza Matos. And from Indiana Tech, senior Emma Tuneman. And now for our all-freshman team, from Indiana Tech, Jules Kuchara. And from Cornerstone, Olivia Kubik. If it's Olivia here in the building tonight. Next, we'd like to recognize the second team all-conference. From Lords, Mercedes Wagner. From Rochester, junior Lauren Wing, senior Jakara Thompson, and senior Hannah Reinhold. And from Indiana Tech, senior Taya Andrews. Now, the 2022 WHAC Women's Basketball First Team All-Conference. From Siena Heights, senior Peyton Banks and junior Shakaya Parker. From Rochester, senior Eliza Matos. And from Indiana Tech, junior Erica Foley, senior Kyra Whitaker, and senior Emma Tuneman. And now for our specialty award winners, the 2002 Co-Players of the Year, from Siena Heights, Peyton Banks, and from Indiana Tech, Emma Tuneman. your newcomer of the year from Rochester, Lauren Wynn. And the 2022 WHAC Coach of the Year from Indiana Tech, Jesse Biggs. Please join us in congratulating these honorees for a fantastic season and support effort. And now we'd like to recognize the Indiana Tech Warriors for winning their 4th WHAC championship. Indiana Tech finished the regular season with a 19-1 conference record and claimed the league's first automatic berth to the NAIA National Championship. Would the captains of the Indiana Tech Warriors please come forward to accept the regular season trophy? And now, ladies and gentlemen, please join us in congratulating your Indiana Tech Warriors as the 2022 Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference Women's Basketball Tournament Champions. This is the 4th straight tournament championship for the Warriors. Congratulations to Coach Biggs and all of the Indiana Tech team. With the Warriors already receiving the first automatic berth in the national championship, Rochester will receive the WHAC's 2nd automatic berth. For attending the 2022 WHAC Tournament Championship. Thank you and have a good night.
So Indiana Tech, the regular season champs, the WHAC Tournament champs. Huge shout out for Emma Tuneman on a night when she scores 25 points, a new career high, is named the co-player of the year along with Peyton Banks from Siena Heights, who was last year's player of the year. Jules Cutrara making the all-freshman team. Taya Andrews, 2nd team all-conference. Erica Foy and Kyra Whitaker, again, 1st team all-conference. And Tyler has Coach Biggs.
All good.
Coach Biggs, your conference coach of the year.
So we're here with Coach Biggs, the current conference coach of the year for the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference, coming off her 4th conference tournament win, and what a performance it was for her. So Coach, just walk us through what it means coming off the coach of the year and your 4th conference tournament in a row.
I give all the credit to Rochester for putting up a fight on that one and giving everybody here a really good game. I thought, they threw about everything possible at us, and, we're going to see a press at some point, so it was really, really good there, but I can't give my credit. I mean, our kids, they're the ones that put in the work every day, and they're the ones that know a scouting report and prepare, and just come with the mindset that we're going to win a conference championship, and that's our standard, and that's what we do. And somehow year after year, they find a way to do it, and I credit a lot to our upperclassmen, and they find a way and they dig it out, and that's what they did tonight.
Yeah, Emma Tuneman, a new career high, and the co-player of the year, outstanding.
Yeah, so how are you feeling about your confidence going into the playoffs now, coming out of the win with the tournament? Definitely going to be getting one of those top seeds in the tournament. Walk us through how you guys are feeling going in.
I think we're feeling okay. I think this game's great for us. There's definitely ID, some things we need to work on, right? I think, we've got to take care of the basketball. We've got to limit turnovers. I don't know how many points off turnovers they had, but for us, that's the difference between a 2-point game and a 10 to 15-point game, and that's something we've done all year, is limit our turnovers. So we've got to make sure that we do that and take care of the basketball.
Yeah, Tyler, just coach's thoughts on Emma Tooneman, her accomplishments today, and also if we know where the opening round will be.
So Jeff's just wondering what you feel about Emma Tooneman and her performance tonight. She did have a career-high 25, and just how you're feeling about their final game on the Klein court here tonight.
Emma's just a hard worker, and I say it over and over, but if you watch any of our basketball games and everybody else is sucking wind, Emma's still going. And she's just so aggressive and plays with such heart and passion and energy. And, player of the year, it's I said it the other day, I thought she was player of the year, and I think that she definitely deserves it. And, I'm happy for that. I couldn't have gone to a better kid. Couldn't have gone to a better person and representation of Indiana Tech. So I'm very happy for her, and I'm very happy for the rest of our seniors that played their last days here. Taya's come in, and as a transfer, you've got to learn our system quick if you want to play. Emma knows that. Emma didn't play her first year here, right? So Taya had to come in. She had to learn on the fly, and she did that, and she committed to it, and I appreciate that. I'm very thankful for her buy-in, and she's all in to win. That's all she cares about, which is very important. And Eileen's just our rock. She's just a steady. She plays a ton of minutes for us. She's our leader. She's our group leader off the court, and getting everybody organized. So those are some key roles and key pieces that we'll definitely miss.
And final question we have is just, do you have any idea where the national tournament will be taking place this year?
Somewhere in the United States. No, opening rounds, and then I'm from the great state of Iowa, so I'm hoping to get to the final site and get back to Sioux City and see the IOWA.
All right. Well, fantastic season for you, Coach, and good luck to you and the ladies in that national tournament.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Coach Biggs, once again, the Coach of the Year. And, yeah, we're not sure where the NAIA opening round is going to be. We do know that the Final 16 will be in Sioux City, Iowa, and it looks like Tyler's going to get Emma Tooneman here so he can ask her about being the co-player of the year. We had talked with Emma not that long ago for the quarterfinal round when she had another great performance. But, wow, Emma, we thought you would be the coach or the player of the year, and that happened tonight. So congratulations, and her thoughts.
So Jeff's just giving you a big congratulations for being player of the year, and what it means to you, especially in your final year here at Indiana Tech. And just walk us through how it's been throughout your time here at Indiana Tech and what this award means to you.
Thank you so much. It means a lot. It's a reward of all the hard work I've done in the past 4 years, but I just want to say I could have not done it without my teammates, and they were a huge help. I'm just really happy.
Yeah, no, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. You can see you guys work so well out there tonight. And I don't know if you know this, but it's your last game on the Klein court, and it was your career high in points. You scored 25 points tonight. So a huge achievement and just a great season. And how do you feel about your chances going into this national tournament coming up?
Yeah, it is super sad that this is my last game here. Before the game, all of us seniors were getting a little emotional. But yeah, I did not know that was my career high. That is a great way to finish it here. I think we're ready for nationals. We're just ready to go, and this was a good fight. We didn't play the way we wanted, but we got the win, and that's all that matters right now.
Well, I mean, it's tough to follow up the 39-point win you had last time out. And Rochester fought super hard here tonight. But, yeah, it's a great win. And, I guess we'll let you get back to that net cutting ceremony. And a huge congratulations to you, Emma.
Thank you so much.
So that's Emma Tooneman. Once again, first team All-WHAC. Last year she was on the All-Defensive team. She made the All-Defensive team this year and the co-player of the year. Emma had 17 points in the first half, ended with 25, broke her career or got her career high 25th point off a free throw. So a great night for her, and so excited for this team to see who they're going to draw in the NAIA opening round and where that location is going to be. So it sounds like not even Coach Biggs has an idea of where it's going to be. Last year they were in Kentucky. Beat University of Rio Grande. Remember Rio Grande handing Indiana Tech one of its losses on the year. And then they lost to Indiana Wesleyan. So it looks like we have Taya Andrews, second team all-conference this year.
Coming second team all-conference, huge season for you guys. First place in the regular season, now your fourth tournament win. Just walk us through what an important season it was for you and how you feel going into that national tournament.
Last year we lost a tough one in the national tournament to Indiana Wesleyan, and our whole season this year has just been about revenge and proving that we're a good team, both offensive and defensively. And, we work hard and we work together every day in practice. And, we've gotten the outcome that we've wanted just from going into practice every day, working hard, working together, and most importantly, staying together.
Well, it's awesome to hear. And it was your final game here on the Klein Court in the Schaefer Center. And what a second half it was for you. I believe 16 points in that second half. You had 8 assists on the game, 6 rebounds, all over it on the defensive side. Walk us through your time at Indiana Tech and what it means that this is your final game here tonight.
My time at Indiana Tech with the coaches and my teammates, it's been amazing. Even though it's only been 2 years that I've been here, it's been the best 2 years of my collegiate career. So just, a huge shout out to my teammates and my coaches for making this a fun one for me. And, I just go out every single game and just put it all out on the floor just like everyone else. And it's been working for us all season.
All right, well, we love it. And
what was one of the takeaways from that loss against Indiana Wesleyan in the second game of the opening round that this team took from that kind of fueled them in the offseason?
So Jeff's asking what was the takeaway from that loss to IWU last season that fueled you so much here in this season?
Especially on defense, and especially when you're competing against good teams. But, for myself and for my teammates, we felt like last year in the tournament, it wasn't our best game. It was probably our worst game of the season. And, just from that being our worst game at the most important time of the year, it was heartbreaking for all of us. And like I said, we just came in this year with revenge that, we wanted to redeem ourselves not only in the tournament, but clinch the regular season title and the conference championship.
Well, and that you did, and now you have an opportunity to go back to the national tournament with one of the most talented squads that Indiana Tech has ever seen. So good luck to you and good luck to the girls, and we hope for the best out in the national tournament.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So that's Taya Andrews, their second team all-conference. And I'm excited, Tyler. I'm excited for this team and what they're going to do in the NAIA opening round. And it was great to see all the accolades dished out. Pretty much came across as we thought it would. Obviously, we know Taya Andrews is a first-team all-conference performer, but in a team that's just littered with so many great players. And it looks like Tyler's going to have Eileen Salisbury. So, yeah, Tyler, take it away. I would love to know what Eileen's, if she could take us through that crazy inbounding play, and then also kind of what the team's thoughts were down the stretch in this one as wow, Alicia Matos just kind of put her team on her back. 4 of 5 3-pointers with 24 points. She was great in the second half here. So looks like we'll get that one shortly here. Indiana Tech as a team shooting 49% from the field. 41% from beyond the arc, hitting 7 of 17. Bethany Worm with a big performance. 3 of 4 from 3-point. Salisbury, 2 of 4. Whitaker, 2 of 5. And it looks like Tyler's got Eileen now.
Cool. So here with Eileen Salisbury, and we just want to walk us through kind of what happened in that final minute and the tension that you guys were feeling, but the resilience to work through it.
Obviously, tensions were really high in the last minute, but we go through close game situations at practice, so we drew something up, and it was kind of fine afterward, but we just needed to relax and realize that we can come out on top because we were ahead, so we just needed to keep the lead.
Yeah, and we saw that there. You guys worked it out and came up with the 4th conference tournament title in a row, so a fantastic performance and a bunch of accolades for you and your teammates. And we just talked about it with Taya, and then before with Emma as well, and it's your last game here on the Klein Court. And why don't you just walk us through how you felt on your time here at Indiana Tech?
My time here has been nothing short of amazing. I appreciate everybody that is on my team and that has helped me get here. I appreciate Coach Biggs and Coach Kai, and I'm just really grateful, and honestly, I can't say anything bad about Indiana Tech at all. I mean, this is like the best place ever.
I love to hear it. And just walk us through how you feel going into this national tournament and what you expect from you and your teammates after that loss in the tournament last year.
I think we all feel pretty confident. We've been, like a little bit upset about the ranking situation, but we're using that as motivation for the future, and I think that we're in a really good space right now.
Yeah, well, and I mean, especially coming off the tournament win today, hopefully that ranking can boost up a little bit before the tournament starts. So a great season for you and all your teammates and to Coach Biggs and everything, and good luck in the tournament.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So good luck to the Warriors and Coach Biggs, to Coach Ted Albert and the men's team who finished the regular season number 25 in the NEIA men's top 25 poll. Of course, Coach Biggs and the Warriors have been at 17 for all of 2022, and what a run it has been. They have been just dominating their opponents, and then tonight Rochester put up the fight of their lives and played such a great game. But nonetheless, the Warriors win at 85-83. Folks, thank you so much for joining us. And that was Tyler Sinclair. We got Coach Biggs along with her daughter, Libby, getting ready to cut down the net there. So, and oh my gosh, Libby, everybody here at the Schaefer Center just loves that girl. She just had a birthday a couple weeks ago, and she knows everybody. She's probably the most friendly person here on campus, and she's going to get a little piece of the net here, as her mom is going to have a memento of her 4th straight WHAC conference championship. So once again, an outstanding season. Indiana Tech will finish, I shouldn't say finish, but they will improve their record to 30 wins and just 2 losses. And every time you look at this team right here, you have to think back to the 2019 team that made it all the way to the Elite 8 round and had 32 wins on the season. So I think that that's going to be one of the goals for this year's team and Coach Biggs is to surpass that 32-win total, and 2 wins in the NEIA national round will tie it. And 1 win, boy, if this team can just make it back to the Elite 8, it could have a new single-season record for wins under Coach Biggs with 33. So, folks, thanks again for joining us. My name is Jeff Mahoney. That was Tyler Sinclair getting you all those great interviews. Tyler doing a great job. We're going to wish him all the luck in the world this spring with the men's tennis team. And Connor Hendrickson was on camera. You guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Keep an eye out on the NEIA opening round location for your number 17 ranked Indiana Tech Warriors. Have a great night, everyone.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes. Tech Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important,
welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that there aren't very many energy programs out there. When I researched all of the various programs recently, there are really only 2 or 3 accredited engineering programs.
I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada originally. I came out here to Indiana Tech to actually go for the energy engineering program because of its uniqueness and its ability to get hands-on with the materials that I'm going to be using in the future.
Well, a few of the things I think that sets Indiana Tech apart is, number one, you have very small classes. You have very close relationships with your professors. When you have a class of 10 people, it's much easier to get to know the professor and get in contact with him than if you have a class of 30, 40, or 50. You're going to have the same professors for the majority of your classes. You're going to have the same classmates for the majority of your classes.
The more practical applications come in all the subsequent energy engineering classes. Heat transfers in a class that right after they're leaving the classroom, and the board is filled with calculus. So in order to understand a lot of these topics, they're going to need to understand the calculus there. Calculus is the study of the rate of change, how fast things change. And depending upon whether it's energy engineering, industrial engineering, or whatever, they're going to need to use that and apply that.
Professor Romary, he stands out to me the most right now because when I first got here, I had to take calculus, Calc 1, Calc 2. And he's one of the professors that teaches it. And he just really was a very kind and helpful guy, and he did whatever he could to help us out. He was very funny, always had a way of creatively teaching calculus to us that not a whole lot of people can do. And I think that and how he did it is going to be something that's going to stick for me for a very long time.
The field work that Indiana Tech can provide here is, for example, we have a 10 kilowatt windmill that the students can work with. We have a geothermal system for a couple of the buildings for Utangsu and for Zollner that uses geothermal principles to heat and cool the buildings in the summer and the winter.
The PV array system, training system that we have down here in the basement allows us to wire up the panels we have down in the basement to set it up as a off-the-grid system or a battery bank system, which helps us because we can see every component of the system actually intertwining and how they work together, which is something that may not be easily visible when you're on the job site in a career. So definitely my internship at Super Value Incorporated was a very, very beneficial program for me to be in. It was more based on the process and logistical side of engineering of my degree, not necessarily the design aspect. It helped me really learn how the most efficient way to do a task and some of the boundaries that come with trying to make things more efficient.
One of the things that we've been very fortunate here at Indiana Tech is that we've had a grant through AEP to help subsidize our students in taking some of the various trips in spring break. Over the last 4 years, I have taken, along with a couple of other chaperones, I've taken almost a couple of dozen students to a trip to Germany and Switzerland that focused on renewable energy. We've gone to Iceland last year. focusing on geothermal energy, and we just recently returned from a trip to Costa Rica.
Just last year, I went to Iceland with a couple of our peers, not even just energy engineers, but a couple of other engineering majors went along with us. And for me, that was the highlight of my college time. I mean, we learned a lot about like geothermal systems and how they converted to a country of basically like ran just by geothermal. But it wasn't just learning about that, it was also learning about their culture as well, you know, and the past and the history and where they plan to go in their future. And all those things combined, I think, really kind of defines my experience here in Indiana Tech.
You can be the smartest engineer in the world, but if you cannot talk to or work with other engineers and non-engineers, it's very hard to get anything done. I try to teach my students that while you may not like writing, it's going to be a part of the job. You have to communicate. If you're doing experiments or testing hardware in the lab, you need to write it up so that other people know what you did, and the customer may want to know what are the results of that test.
Something I would remember most about the faculty would be just the one-on-one aspect of it and how open they are to hearing your problems and concerns and willing to assist you. Indiana Tech, with the class sizes being so small, you really get that one-on-one talking, everyday type relationship with your advisors and your professors. And having that is key to success, I feel, because being able to communicate with them and actually get your problems and questions across is going to help clarify things for you while you're in classes in school, which is going to set you up for success.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.